illustration taken care of. Your what day is it? Oh, the chats back in fit versions of a drawing. Unless our Yellow Ranger here, see what I'm working with. Go ahead and turn off the masking. So the Yellow Ranger, he's grabbing his sword. So it looks like I'm gonna have to have a layer of this hand in the front, and then the thumb and the wrist can be all one layer. Like all of this can be one layer. Honestly, yeah. So the head and this backhand should be on one layer. The rest of this can be on one layer, all the way up to the wrist and the thumb, and then the sword, and then the hand. So how many layers does that? One, two, three, four. So we're gonna have four different layers of the Yellow Ranger. I'm organizing it in a way that allows it for me to have an easier time converting this illustration into a lenticular if I want to do that. I might not end up doing it, period, but in the case that I do, uh, I'll make it easier on myself. So yeah, it looks like we're gonna have four layers of Yellow Ranger here. Grab all of these, put them underneath this layer, and so this back layer will be head and arm, and then the second layer will be body, um, body and arm, or body and right arm, and then I'll put left arm on this layer. And folder 3 will be sword. And then folder 4 will be hand. Okay, so we got a good starting point. We will start with the first layer down here, or first group of layers. Make a vector layer. So label it ink. Let's get to inking. Where's the Yellow Ranger at? There you are. Nice. We'll do some of that curve here for Yellow Ranger. Okay. Might make the line weight a little heavier back here. Imply that there's more shadows at work there. What you listening to, Vader? Yo, none much, just live streaming. Said none much, I'm just live streaming. Yeah, yeah. Trying to make some progress on this drawing. I'm back, boy. What's up, Denki? Welcome back to the stream. Mhm. I think I can raise it a bit. Yeah, I can raise it ever so slight. I think that'll be it'll be my first Texas one, and I'm gonna try. Well, I'll probably only have two Texas ones this year. Nishi Fest, and then I'll have DreamCon in Austin, July. Uh, DreamCon still holds my personal record for most sales at a convention. I haven't beaten it since I got into it. So the way I see it, Tenno, is if they keep dropping DreamCon and I keep applying and they keep accepting, I'm gonna keep going. That's what I understood from that. Insane. What would you even do with all those artist alley spots? It's just not show up is gross. Man, come on, man. That's the only reason why I pull up to the convention. Oh shoot. I remember somebody pulled up to our table and he was like, man, I don't really like this convention. This is the only thing that saved it. In the artist alley. I said, huh. Well, earlier today I went to my local art store. I had called them ahead of time. I said, hey, y'all got any boxes in the back from just, uh delivered like stock of items? And they're like, yeah, yeah. So I went over there and picked up a couple boxes because I need to find a way to carry all the stuff with me to Texas for the convention. Because the table that I had bought, I think, is a 10 foot by 10 foot space, which is a chunk of space. Like you have to you have to be careful when you have that much space because if you don't have enough to cover it, your booth just looks real like desolate. It looked real empty. And I was like, okay, I know I got to bring both banners. Probably should bring both both photo stands and see what we go from there. Both I should probably make an announcement for that. That I'm going to be in Texas. I haven't po- I haven't posted anything about that. This technically counts as the official announcement. Surprise! I'm gonna be in Texas 2 weeks from now. In case you were wondering. It's that's one thing I'm learning very quickly about these conventions. Um, Almost none of them are happening in where I live, and almost all of them are happening in Texas or Cali. Like that is one or the other. Texas, Cali, um, New York, yeah, but everything happens in New York, so that don't really count. Um, like like everything happens in New York, and then Florida. Florida has a decent number of conventions as well. They just be throwing out conventions like candy down there. Me personally though, the only time I would go to a Florida convention probably would be during the winter, because I'm not sure if I can handle that humidity. I don't think I have. I don't think I have what it takes. I don't know if I have what it takes, man. Like I felt the Floridian humidity once, and it wasn't even at its strongest form. I was flying back into the States, and one of my connecting flights was in Miami. I didn't even go outside for real. When we landed, we were walking through the what would you call it, like a sky bridge, or the basically the makeshift bridge they make between the entrance of the plane and the airport. That tunnel they make. I was walking through that, but I could feel the humidity through the walls in January. I said, okay. All right. This is supposed to be January. It's 70 degrees uh in the afternoon, and I can feel the humidity through these walls. And so I realized there's no way I can pull up to Florida when it's at its strongest humidity. Just I don't think I can handle it. Maybe I can, who knows? But I feel like it wouldn't be the best. And even if I could handle it, I'm not sure my prince can. I don't think my I don't think my prince can handle the humidity. Like, um, I was talking to some other artists in one of the conventions, and they said they went to a Florida convention in the middle of July, and one of the issues they encountered was because they were so close to the entrance, their prints would curl up from the humidity, and I was just like, oh my goodness. Easy money loss. I said no. I will not let the weather take away my money. that doesn't sound that doesn't sound fun at all, bro. So yeah. If I go to Florida, I have to be careful about when I go. Same thing happened with there's this upcoming convention I found out about. Well, I say this convention like nobody knows what this is. Evo, I had no idea had an artist alley. I thought it was just strictly video games and tournaments, right? But no, they have an artist alley. And it's in Las Vegas. Problem is, it's in Las Vegas in July. So I'm thinking to myself, do I want to really go through this? The heat of the desert heat of Las Vegas in July? Is that do I really want to go through that? Yeah. Yeah, you would have to be right. Hmm. Indoor locations, transits, commutes, however how far you need to get to where you need to be. Like you have to know everything ahead of time and be like, okay, I'm ready. Because my goodness, I say that knowing well and good I'm going to Texas that exact same time, uh, and the heat over there is ridiculous as well. But at least I know what the heat is like in Texas now. Like I've experienced it, so I know what to expect, um, and I know how to avoid it. Like it's very easy to avoid the heat in Texas. The the trick is stay indoors. Stay indoors as much as you can. And if you have to go outside, man, go outside because you're walking towards an Uber. That's what. That's why you go outside. Never hang outside. Just don't for your own sake. I remember we went to go get food around like 8 p.m., 9 p.m. and where we wanted to eat, I didn't realize was a food truck. And so we're going to the food truck. The food was dope. But we were eating outside and I had to like focus and make sure I didn't stress myself like literally heated because I felt like if I moved I would sweat. So I'm just sitting there trying my best to stay calm and relax and how hot everything is because it's 80 degrees or so, maybe higher, but like the heat feels like an oven. Like hot air just being pushed into my face. I'm like, okay, this is it. This is what we're dealing with. Right, right. No, literally. Oh my, oh my goodness, bro. Bro, that's why I don't like going. That's why I don't like my part-time job. Sometimes I push carts, and I can't stand it. Not because I don't mind pushing carts. Like I don't mind it. It's the heat. Like I'm gonna be there for a couple hours, like 7 hours total. And if I'm getting carts early in the morning when the sun is beaming, I'm gonna be sweaty the entire shift. Nah, I don't like that. I don't like that feeling of being sweaty the entire shift. So like I intentionally move slower during the summer just to like stay cool to mitigate the amount of sweat, like at least lower the amount and make it happen slower. And it usually works, but I'm still gonna sweat. It's just like, ugh. But it does feel nice when you get home finally, and you're able to get a cool shower in. It's just not fun walking in it. Like when you walk in your own sweat and you do not want to sweat, it's like it's like it's like stepping on a wet spot on a floor with socks on. It don't feel good. It ruins your day. It ruins it. But alas, like you said though, it's different compared to like when I'm hooping. Like when I'm going to play basketball, I do not care, right? I intended to sweat. This was my plan from the jump. Don't matter. Yeah. Mm-hmm. When I when I'm done pooping, I'm gonna go drop. Go back to the house and go get a shower. Like this was the intent. Oh, even worse is when you're at a function when you're supposed to not sweat, like a wedding or something. Oh my lord. That is never fun. You out there in a three-piece suit, baking, roasting, toasting, boiling, broiling under your own moisture. It's just not fun. It's not fun. You gotta take off the jacket now. Your drip is cut down in half. It's just man. Sports jackets. Like which? Oh my man. Yeah, you don't. Hmm. Like you ever, man, have you ever seen somebody like come into a store sweaty? Like you, like it all automatically. It's like, oh yeah, it's unflattering to watch. Like sweating is a natural thing, so it's gonna happen. But when you see somebody sweating, you're like, "Ooh." Like you're looking at them like, "Ooh, what are you doing, bro?" But again, yeah, it depends on the environment. Yeah, mm, yeah. There's definitely spots where you can sweat and no one bats an eye. It's gonna be like, oh yeah, he was gonna sweat. It was fine. Like, is that your natural musk? No, this is my Elon. So where's the door? What? What does Yellow Ranger have on their forehead? What's the symbol? I think it's a lion, right? Is it a lion? Think about- Like it's weird. Like their motif is yeah, like their motif is like wind and hurricanes and ninjas, but they have like certain animals on them. Yeah, like his is like earth related. Blue was a dolphin, and the Ranger Red Ranger was a phoenix? Question mark? I don't know. And then the Blue Thunder Ranger was a beetle. Were they both beetles? Okay. Um. Oh, okay. So wait, which Yellow Ranger is this? Okay, so that is the Ninja Storm Yellow Ranger. Whoa. What? Okay, so the chest for a Yellow Ranger is a lion, or I'm going to assume it's a lion. It looks like one. And what does the forehead design look like though? Okay, hold on. We might have something. We might have something. Darn it, IDMB, IMDb, whatever it's called. Open image, new tab. There we go. There we go. Dang it, the quality is just low enough that I can't discern what it is. Just low enough. Okay, let's continue searching. Huh? That was a thumbnail. Wait, wait, wait. Okay, so it is in fact a lion. It's like he's got a simplified version of the line on his chest, and then he's got a detailed line on his forehead. Dabs, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Is that Cyclops? Oh, it says Future Man. Yeah, I haven't heard anything bad about it. Um, I know Sky to watch it, so I guess whenever the bros convene in some random occasion, get started on it. Hmm. um, what was I gonna say? Uh, a pull up. I don't even have my pull up bar with me right now. I think it's in my brother's room. I should turn off that channel. That channel redemption. I haven't streamed on Twitch in so long that I like all the little details and stuff I added to it. Um, I kind of just forgot about like all the little special features like badges, uh, channel points, commands, all of that. I just don't even remember what they do. Some of them I remember what they do, but they're not in the front of mind. Like I literally just press the stream key or stream button and just draw. Or game if I choose to stream video gaming, but normally I don't do that. Why would you want to watch someone who's not good at the game he's playing, you know? If they're not funny, it's just not fun. Okay, got the hand here. Looks like there's a seam on the thumb. Okay. Dum, 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 dum. And just like that, only 1 week remains of the holy month of Ramadan. I don't like it. I've been a little literally speed run, bro. For what? Why'd it go by that quick? Got freaking WrestleMania on this Saturday. That's insane. We will be watching. I don't care who is. I don't care who's here. I don't care who's here. But I'm watching it. And Loki might be unsolicited. I'll be like, hey, come into the VC Mad Rude. Listen, I don't care what any of y'all talking about right now. We watching WrestleMania. Uh, Especially this year's WrestleMania. Freaking The Rock came back. He's gonna be wrestling for the first time in 8 years. um, freaking gonna have a tag team match against Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. His partner being Roman Reigns. Thank you for the follow, Nizales. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Lavin Bria, welcome back. Hope your day's been going well. Ooh, wait, where's the oh, I turned it off. I turned off that later. Do I have a ref of the Morpher? I do not. Interesting. At least not pulled up on there. Let's see. Okay, it's probably right here. Open file location. Yep. So I need to pull up the Morpher. See, I told you I'll come back. You did say you'll come back. You did keep your word. You gotta respect it. Cool. Looks very, very good so far. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I made some decent progress yesterday. I finished up the Red Ranger line art. So now I'm working on Yellow Ranger. What software are you using? I am struggling to start with Adobe. This one I'm using is called Clip Studio Paint. This is the EX edition. Um, I know nowadays Clip Studio Paint has more subscription-based services than they do single license uses, but I think you could still get a single license use version of Clip Studio Paint for now. These lines I'm actually going to use separately. I'm going to grab all of these lines right here, and we're going to actually take it to a different layer. It's going to be for the upcoming layer. So I'll grab that. This I'll keep here. So we'll hit Control X. And then go to the body and R arm. Make a new vector layer and paste. Nice. So I'm gonna lower the opacity on that and lock it away so I don't accidentally draw on it. $30, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. Look at all these high quality emotes. Stay out of Gotham. Hey man, you don't have to tell me. You do not have to tell me. I know the rent low over there, but the rent low for a reason. Kind of like the way you draw through the baselines. It's useful. I didn't think about it. Oh, like with the talking about like the underlying pencil layer. Do I need that? Probably not. I mean, when I'm rotating it, it should be fine. Should be fine. Been busy working, but I had to stop by. Hey man, I appreciate it. Thank you for pulling up during your busy schedule. Just in case it gets far. Is there anything else I wanted to add on this layer? Nah, we should be good. Try to make time for all my friends. A respectable goal. Okay, so I guess we'll work on the next layer. Hold on. Make a flat right here. Wand tool, activate. Nice. I'll drop the opacity down for that one. Mm, I don't make time for you. I got news for you. Oh no. Whatever. What's up, man? Welcome back. Throwing them lines, man. You gotta throw them lines. Can't be afraid of the line. The line will bully you. The line will make fun of you. The line will roast you in front of your friends, make them laugh with them. I have a busy day today, so I can't stay here longer. But hey, I'll come back for sure. Should be free tomorrow though, so if you're live, I'll stop by. Good luck, Sergeant. Thank you. Um, More than likely, I'll be live unless something happens. But hopefully, nothing happens. But yeah, hope your busy day goes well. Take care. Thank you for stopping by. I often get consumed by little ideas. I'll just start making all my ideas 3D. Oh yeah, that reminds me. At some point, I don't know when, but at some point I would like to get a 3D printer. I was trying to do some research on it some months back. Um, I've messed around with 3D printers back when I was in college. We had we had filament based 3D printers. So the quality of the prints weren't super duper high, but at least once they were done printing, they were ready to go. Like you can just use it immediately. Uh, but I was thinking about like it'd be kind of cool in the future to have 3D printed like figurines based off of my characters because I used to do 3D modeling um, for my major, so I actually have some experience with 3D modeling. Uh, I just don't really use it too often, but it can be done. Let's see where we at right now. So we got this arm here. Um, do I want that to be on the same layer? Um, we could do that. We could make that entire arm on just the same layer. Tablet, tablet, compete, tablet. It doesn't want to compete. Hold on. Maybe if I click away and then click back on it. That's great, man. I think you should try the 3D models. Yeah, we'll see how this we'll see how this short film goes. If I get a 3D printer, it's a wrap like Saran. That feels like a little Wayne bar. That's a good play. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So we'll keep it like that, and then we'll put the rest of the hand on the other layer. Yeah, we could do that. I also have short film ideas. Gonna run them with a friend from Ohio. Do photography, as you know, but he does videography. Uh huh. Okay. Filming a short film sounds it sounds like an interesting challenge. Could be fun, could be stressful, could be both. Uh, so you have a complete book that we can find and read? Nah, I kind of skipped that part. Instead of taking the safer, more reasonable route of writing a story, maybe even illustrating the story, I said, let me just animate the story from the get go. Um, the reason why I chose to do that, though, was the subject matter I felt was better suited for animation than um, sequential art. Uh, but I would like to do sequential art for another part of my story. Just the one that I'm working on right now, I feel is better suited for animation. He would ask about it, but probably won't. He does have a decent amount of experience doing his own films. Legend Grant, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. We out here making progress. Yeah, man, the sequential art is dope. I don't know why, but I always liked it. It's a really cool um form of storytelling. Sequential art is just like seeing how creative artists are with that format. It's really fun to read sometimes. Art loving the art, man. Jolie put me on, and I've been a fan ever since. Wow, Jolie. I hope Jolie's doing well. But I'm glad that you like my art. I appreciate it. No, I think we're done with that layer now. Cool. Let's go ahead and add the flats for this layer. So, did I label the other one flat? I did not. So we're going to get the Ron tool again, grab everything that isn't supposed to be a part of the flat layer. You be on your Sims talented. I share your posts whenever I can. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Gotta get back to work though. Good luck on the Power Ranger. Thank you, man. And hope your day at work isn't um too stressful. Get that bread. Thank you for stopping by. I know a lot of people that's a fan of your art. When I told them I know you and we're friends, they call Cap till I show them the group photo. That's funny. They were like, doubt Pixar didn't happen, Cap. And then you show them the proof. Drop some gifted subs or donations one day. Hey man, any sub and or donation is appreciated. I should put like a. Does Patreon have a donation feature, or do you have to subscribe? Hmm. Yeah. I remember for a while I would just put my PayPal uh I put my PayPal email as one of the what are those things you call at the bottom of like a Twitch streamer's page? It was like panels, yeah. One of the panels was like the PayPal donation. But yeah. But yeah, definitely should have a more streamlined version of it. Like like on YouTube they got that uh I think there's like a donate tab. It was either donate or join, one of those two. I think it was join. But wouldn't it be gnarly to watch somebody on Twitch and then in the top right corner you see donate? You just click that button and boom. Now there is a texture that is on the suits for the Rangers, but I think I'm going to do that on a separate layer. That's a lot of lines to deal with. Um, so I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna do that in a visually pleasing manner, but doesn't drive me insane. We'll figure it out though. More news at 10. What, what did I do? Enough. So okay, so that was that layer. The next layer says sword. So there is a reference that I grabbed of the Red Ranger, and since all the Rangers basically have this same setup with their sword, I can use this reference. Um, there is a bit more of a rotation. Like here, it's a little bit more vertical to the body, but in the reference photo, it's actually rotated a little bit more, give or take mm, 10 to 15 degrees clockwise more. So what I could do is push the hand a little bit further back so that it's foreshortened in a way that allows for that curve or for that rotation. Or I could influence, like maybe it could be a situation where he grabbed the sword and him grabbing the sword naturally rotates it more vertical as he's taking it out. I don't know. These are the things that go through my head. I'm trying to like visualize a real world situation where these characters are operating, so visual components of the thing make a little more sense. But at the same time, I don't want it to be too realistic because you start to lose some of the impact or expression you get through an art. Like a good example is Last Supper. If you look at Last Supper and the way people are sitting on that table, it makes no sense. But it works visually because you get to see everybody on that table. But in the real world, you would not all be sitting on one side of a table. Like you waste such a insane. you wouldn't you wouldn't waste table space like that. So I don't know. Give me sword, I'll swing around in a circle for reference. Honestly, I think it would still be tilted at that same rotation because he hasn't actually really touched the sword yet. He's kind of hovering over it, like he's getting ready to hold it. So he probably wouldn't have tilted the sword yet. Okay, if that's the case, then I can move the arm further back here. It'll probably be better that way anyway because it matches the foreshortening better. So it'll be right here, and then the sword can be over there. Okay, so if I'm going to do that, where will the hand be? Okay, so the hand is up top. Sword is there. The thumb. I think the thumb is supposed to be on this layer as well. So what I'll do then is I'll draw the hand entirely. Then I'll separate the thumb line art, put it on the layer before it, and then everything should be lined up. Okay. I'm trying to keep you guys um, not as bored as you possibly could be by explaining what happens in my head. Usually I don't say any of this out loud, of course, but um, this is kind of what I'm thinking about when I'm drawing. So that's the hand layer. I'm going to make a new vector layer for the line art. What the what? Oh, it's going to be harder as you grow, but I believe you can adapt. Adapt is all we can do. Bro, my so I had made the mistake of buying a motorized standing desk a couple years ago, and obviously it broke. Uh, Greatest scam in history. Anyway, um, me and my dad were looking at the components of like the motor and the adapter and whatnot, and it was so it just turned into a narrative. It not only that, but like it felt over designed? Question mark. I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert in engineering or electricity or anything like that, but like yeah, like I saw the motor. I said, okay, yeah, you need the motor to make it move fine. And then I see it connected to an adapter, and I'm like, okay, I guess maybe it just needs to adapt the power from the. And then I see that the adapter is connected to like another box that is completely sealed up. I don't know what's in there, but I'm assuming it's a circuit board. I don't know. And then, so it's like adapter connected to the circuit board, connected to the motor, which is connected to an adapter to the wall. I'm like, okay, okay. No wonder it didn't work. There's way too many channels of error, of potential error. Mm, goodness gracious. Mm, mhm. Bro, that's what I ended up doing. I ended up buying a crank standing desk because I had more faith in my own human strength than I did the function of a motorized desk. I just knew, like, I'm more than likely gonna work for a couple more years. Like, oh my goodness. Now you're correct. It's overly made, super exaggerated because I worked in engineering. Yeah. They make it so that you have to pay the company microtransactions to refix it. Oh, so it is a scam. Okay. Uh, that was my suspicion, but that just confirmed it. Yeah, it made no sense to me. I'm like, no, like the crank desk is much better. Like even if it's motorized, the what's the word I'm looking for? The value of a motorized desk does not equate to the cost. Like you're paying almost sometimes two times as much as a crank desk for the same like feature. If you're lucky, for the same feature, one of them is just manual, and it don't take much effort. Like when you crank the desk, like it's not like super intensive or anything. Like it's not a rigorous thing to do. You're not shoveling snow. You're just cranking. Like nah, bro. I seen all the parts that engineers make up is insane. Yeah, like I don't know. The moral of the story is get you a crank desk if you want to get a standing desk. Just get one that you just adjust on your by hand. It's gonna last longer. It's gonna do its job longer. It's gonna be cheaper. And if it breaks, guess what? You're not going to be 400 down the drain. Maybe you're only 130, 150, 200 max down the drain. You can probably get it repaired. It probably don't take much to repair it. Mhm. That's one thing I wish they taught us. Actually, I understand why they didn't teach us. One thing I wish they taught us in school is the scam features of life. Like, there are more scams than you think when you jump into the real world. Because when you're a kid, you've been told to trust the adult, right? Like that's how you succeed in school. You're told what to do by an adult at all times. Hey, do this. Hey, do that. You want to succeed? Sign this. You want to go get a good job? Take this loan. And you're like, okay, uh, you don't know any better. You're a kid, so you just listen to what they say and do what they ask. Um, and then on top of that, when you get older, you realize, oh, even the people I'm supposed to trust are scamming me. like like people that are conventionally trusted individuals, like, I don't know, your doctor or your dentist, and they say, yeah, looks like your tooth is infected, you should get a root canal, this will cost this much, go ahead and sign up now before it's too late, knowing well and good you should just get rid of that tooth. That tooth is a zombie tooth, bro. It's going to cause more problems. They're going to have to try and fix that root canal later on in a couple of years. It's going to be incredibly painful. Get rid of the tooth. Trade it in for a metal tooth. I don't know, something, but this ain't it. But they won't tell you that. Yeah, teeth is ridiculous. But they are. Uh, you know what freaked me out? I I honestly, yeah, honestly wish we never were able to sense temperature with teeth. I really like. I'm not going to really argue against it for real, cuz I ain't the guy who made it happen like that. But man, I do wish it didn't have it didn't have senses. The amount of times I've bitten into ice cream. Oh. The amount of times I've bitten into ice cream and I felt immense pain. Ah! Ah! I can't just chomp. Frig, dude. Roll back. Roll back the update. Um, I made an all-in-one tool for the crazy parts they made. They didn't like it. I had a professor in college put me onto the scams. You can sense temps with teeth, and you can smell with your tongue. You can do a lot of things that you thought you shouldn't really be doing, and yet here we are. You know what messed me up? I saw a how can I explain this? So I saw a skull, right? Like, I saw a human skull, but cut off a layer. They cut off a layer of the front of the teeth to show you where your adult teeth reside before they grow in. And it is weird. Like, y'all ever seen pomegranate? Yeah, like, if you ever seen like the inside of a pomegranate, there's multiple canals and pockets of locations where they have their seeds, and the human skull is just like that. Like, the kid teeth are, in the forefront, and then your adult teeth are just hiding like pomegranate seeds inside your skull, waiting for their time. And I'm like, what? Hey man, I like your art. Thank you, appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. Ooh, um, they just chilling up there, bro. And I didn't know that's how it was like, and it's like jumbled up too. It's not super organized. Like, it's organized in the sense that it uses the most or the least amount of space to fit, but it's so jumbled up. It looks crazy. It looks so insane. I never knew that for art. Yeah, I never knew that for a long time. I saw it like a couple years ago. I said, "Whoa, the adult teeth are that's what they're that's what they are. That's how they're positioned." It was interesting. The craziest part is they know where to go. Man, and of course, the gnarly thing is when adult teeth don't wait for the tooth to fall out. That's when it gets interesting because you'll see it all the time with kids. Like they have their baby tooth still there. It hasn't loosened up. They haven't taken it out yet. So the adult teeth is just like, but what are you still doing here? Get out of my like it's like the landlord kicking out uh the guy who leased or who leased the apartment or whatever. They're like, listen, bro, you gotta get out of here. You gotta get out of here, bro. You taking forever to draw? Listen, bro, you gotta trust the process. Understand, I'm not drawing one ranger. I'm not drawing two rangers. I'm not drawing three rangers. I'm not drawing four rangers. I'm not drawing five rangers. I'm drawing six rangers. Oh my goodness! You remember Jiraiya? Remember how you remember how many he had to go up against? Man's just yapping in the distance. Oh, that's funny. I feel like the baby teeth should retract and be adulticized so they can replace your adult teeth. Literally malleable now. Um, come on, Art Man, draw. How you how you gonna pull up to the stream? What's the time code right now? How many hours in are we at right now? How are we an hour and a half in, and you think I ain't drawing? You see this? You see this lineup right here? This didn't exist before the stream, bro. Yes, he yaps about motorized standing desk. Uh, we about to solve these issues, bro. These are pressing matters. Oh my goodness. You're not gonna stand for this. You're not gonna stand for this. Tells from the back, turn him into line art. Mods, turn KSP into line art. No. Lial Gustavo, huge fan from Brazil, man. Love your work. Thank you. Appreciate you stopping by. Thank you for the kind words. What show was it? It was Edda and Eddie, where they took Jimmy's line art. It was either Jimmy or Johnny's line art. I can't remember which one it was. It was Jimmy. They took Jimmy's line art. He drooped. He literally melted and then like spilled into a sewage like what is it called? Freaking, it's not a manhole, but it's the sewage drain. You slipped into the sewage drain. That was funny, bro. Oh man, bro was malfunctioning indeed. Goodness gracious. I wouldn't wish line art loss on my worst enemy, bro. Like we need that. Like we need that to survive for real. Like people gotta feed their kids, and you taking line art. It's a cool world out there, man. Is this the Morpher arm? No. Is it? No. Morpher arm's on the left. Yes. So what do they do on the right? I think it's. I think I did it on the Blue Ranger. Let me check on the Blue Ranger. Okay, yeah. So that's how it looks. Either you lose your line art or a random layer. To delete a random layer from a Photoshop file is nasty work. You have no idea what it is. You just go in there and click. And that's chaotic energy. Speaking of, Tendo, did you see on Twitter that they uh they found the PS file, the PSD file for the Halo 3 cover? No, it's hilarious, bro. Like the dude is like he shows a clip of him like literally going layer to layer, turning off like the different ones of the cover, and I'm like, what? I feel like I'm not supposed to see this. This is forbidden knowledge, bro. this is this is what is it called? This is classified information. This is this is War Thunder leaks, honestly. Dangerous. Actually is incredibly dangerous in regards to War Thunder. Oh my goodness. Imagine if everyone has Photoshop layers, you could lose an arm, leg, eye color. Somebody would be too powerful. We low key do have Photoshop layers. Like if you think about it, our top layer is like the epidermal organ. You know what I'm saying? Our skin. That's the first layer. That was the top layer rather. Um, that top layer is actually a group of layers. If you open that folder, there's multiple skin layers. um, the hair is part of that skin layer at some point. Um, and you go underneath that group of layers. You got the fascia. It's a very thin layer, but it's like 80% opacity, but it's there. Okay, it's there. Then you got the muscle layers and the bone layers and the nerve layers. There's actually and then there's the blood layers. They're like the way the blood layers are. They're like staggered between each layer. Like there's blood everywhere. So might make that a skit. Oh my goodness. You start messing with the opacity of certain layers, phasing in and out to 0 to 100%. That would look so creepy if you could do that. I mean, heck, the top layer, the skin layer, it ain't even 100% opacity, bro. It's like 90 something. You can see through it. Um, for the hand, I think I'll draw the hand first and then push it into that spot. See what we get from there. Um, oh yeah, there's that. What would you call that on the Ranger's gloves? You know that padding on the back of the hand? Is there a term for that padding specifically? Because they also do it on Iron Man's gloves or gauntlets, like it's like a almost like an armor plating on the back of the hand. I wonder if there's a term for that. There's a term for everything. I'm starting to realize. Yeah, yeah. When I found out that the dot of the letter I is called a tittle, I didn't know what to think. I didn't know what to do with that information except tell other people about it. I was like, guys, did you know that this is called a tittle? See, tilde is oh, tilde. Mm. Oh, nice. You can find out. Oh, you talking about that Donald Glover bit where he talks about like he has he has an ASL translator and he wants to say that word and he wasn't sure if they had that in their language and she goes oh and then immediately does it and he's like what you already have this. It was like the little version of it. Hmm. They already had that as a word in ASL. Said no shot. No shot, bro. It's just so funny to think about that. Man, like they races in ASL, bro. Like what? Oh, that's I don't know. That's pretty funny to me. That's actually comical. Like even if you can't. uh, oh my goodness. Why does the dragon have a dog for a mom? Who the heck is Jackson Storm? Also, who the heck is Bleach? And where can I find the Naruto? Actually, no, I would fold the other way. Sound like Starfire. Yeah, there's actually a trope for that. Like it's they labeled that trope. I forget what it's called. Um, I don't. It's very similar to fish out of water. Um, but it's like specific to that style of speech, I think. But I can't remember what it was called. We're trying to find the Naruto. She'd definitely say something like that. Netflix. Facebook sold Facebook sold private messages to Netflix for wait, for how much? That's it. That's all our private messages are worth. 100 million. I feel worthless. I feel I feel like I don't mean anything, bro. If we, I could I could potentially have viable information in my messages. You mean telling me it's only a couple pennies worth? Yeah. Meanwhile, TikTok is on the verge of getting banned. Insane. Meanwhile, Facebook out here trying to make a quick buck off of our private messages to Netflix. To to Netflix. Oh my. Yeah. Sure. We'll go with that story. That is actually funny, bro. What are you doing? Why are you selling my information to Netflix? Like, what do you. Man. Yeah, insane, actually. That's basically just spying. But, cool, I guess. You say, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I signed up for it. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I knew when I made my Facebook page 12 to 15 years ago that you were gonna sell my messages to Netflix. Oh, wow. This is what we this is what we want. This is what we this is how we want to live. Okay. Okay. All right. Uh, no, that's the sad part about it. They all are doing something of similar nature, just in a different in just in a different way. Literally, Twitter just monetized itself. Twitter just monetized itself. Twitter, the quality of Twitter has never been worse. Like, if you go to a Twitter post, any Twitter post that is of popular like or viral, like if it has over 100,000 favorites or likes, whatever you want to call it, you will find a plethora of OnlyFans bots and people repeatedly posting the same content in the replies trying to get likes because they're trying to monetize their page. And it's embarrassing, really. It's embarrassing to look at. It's like the era of YouTube when people found out the algorithm likes 10-minute videos. It was a terrible time to be a content like consumer. Like to be someone who wants to watch YouTube videos, it was awful because people were extending their videos for 10 minutes, knowing well and good they don't have 10 minutes worth of quality or content. They know they don't. They're just stretching it out. It's like filling a 500-page essay or something, knowing you only got 2 pages worth of content. It was bad. It was bad. But now Twitter is having their own version of that in real time. Yay. Okay. I foreshortened the forearm here. I put the wrist over there. The wrist should allow for the sword to tilt ever so slightly more to the right. Now I just got to draw the sword with the sheath. Um, it's very okay. It's not very, but it is slightly over designed. That sheath shouldn't have that many partings to its structure. Then again, I think they do use their sheath as a gun? Question mark? It's either a gun or some other weapon. I forget what it was. It's multi-purpose essentially. So maybe it isn't over designed. Who cares? Power Rangers. Talking guinea pig. Yeah, literally. Uh, who was the point? None of it matters. So this thumb, I'm going to put it elsewhere. I killed a man with this thumb. We will put this, I think we'll put this on the body and arm layer. Yes, body and arm layer. Yes. Then I'll make the rest of the hand so, just so that when it rotates or tilts a little bit, there'll be something behind it. Okay, and then go back to the wand tool, make sure it selects that new part. Oh yeah. Well, okay, no, that works. Yeah, yeah, that works. But before I do that, let me turn off this layer so I can see what I'm doing. It's not necessary, but I actually do like that for the Wacom pens. Um, when you flip it around, the back of the pen is an eraser. So whatever program you're using, if it has an eraser tool, when you flip the pen over, the pen already knows like what the eraser tool is in the software, so it just automatically like um, connects it to that. And I was like, oh, that's cool. It feels like I'm using a proper pencil. The only thing is it's not shaped like a pencil, so that's the only downside to it. Um, I guess, however, they needed to implement the technology of the pen, required it to be wider at at the bottom of it or the base of the pen. So it has this really strange look to it. The Apple Pencil looks better and operates better because you have better tilt sensitivity, like the angle at which you can throw the lines on the Apple Pencil is more acute, so it's like better. But that's just something I observed when using both. The only thing I don't like about using the Apple Pencil isn't actually the pencil itself; it's the tablet. Because the tablet is, well, a tablet, the screen is glass, so it's like super duper slippery. I got used to it eventually, but it is a very strange sensation to like touch nothing but slippery glass while drawing when I'm so used to having some kind of resistance, some friction on the surface of the tablet or paper. It looks weird without that second part of the hand, but uh, I have it situated like that so I can draw the sword in between the thumb and the hand like that. And then if I make this lenticular print, it makes it easier to make the hand, the four fingers move separately from the thumb. The index. Oh, I tend to. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. Hmm. A cool badge. You got that from the Twitch recap? Nice, nice. Um, Kasen, my my other languages aren't too great, but I think that means, what am I doing? Is that what that means? Yeah, yeah. I'm drawing. Drawing Power Rangers Ninja Storm specifically. Right now, working on the Yellow Ranger. Is is that Instagram still going live? Are people still able to watch from Instagram? Because I know at some point Instagram just quits on you, like it just stops streaming. And I've been streaming for an hour 48. I don't know when it'll end, so I'm trying to be mindful of that, so it doesn't just abruptly stop. Let me fill in the hand real quick. Nice. How do I say draw again? Is it dibujando? Is that how you say it in Spanish? Like I am drawing. Yo dibujando Power Rangers. I haven't gone to Spanish in so long. I was back in high school. Now I got the sword layer. Guess I will lower the opacity for. Wait a minute. Where does that line go? Oh, did I put this in here by accident? Wait, where is that? Oh, I see. I see. Okay. Trying to strategize how I'm gonna approach this sword without it being too taxing. I should have a sword reference as well. I can look at that real quick. Let me see. Here it is. It looks like a smaller version of the sword compared to the parallel version of it. Like this is clearly a toy version, so the proportions are a little different, but the details should be still the same. That line's not too bad. Straighten this line a little bit, and then straighten this one as well. You talking about Ted Lasso, or no, no, you talking about yeah, Teddy Bear Ted. They got him. What in the world could that possibly mean, bro? What could that possibly mean? Like literally, bro. Like what? That's such an indescriptive way to say that. They got him. What did they get? How did they get? Oh yeah, you one of them. You one of them Memphis boys. Not Memphis. You're in Tennessee, but I figure the time zone different. Know who I'm talking to? Triangulate. Insane. Well, you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. If you plan on attacking this man, he does in fact have a sword, and he's willing to use it. Alright, man. Oh, that'd be kind of cold if, like, he's drawing the sword out. Like the sword isn't actually. Well, no, he's not holding it, so he can't do that. That'd be kind of gnarly. He may have a sword. It looks like the sword ends around here, so we'll do it that way. Down, 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 down. I'm still upset that I didn't get to see my live action CW Powerpuff Girls show. You might be asking yourself, but wait, that show wasn't going to be good? And to that I simply reply with, I know. I wanted to see how bad it would be. Oh, I was genuinely curious. I was like, okay, how far are they gonna go with this? How's this gonna go? How bad are they willing to let this be? I was curious. I was genuinely curious. I wanted to see how bad it would be. We never did. We never got a chance to see just how bad the Powerpuff Girls CW show is going to be. Maybe it was a blessing in disguise. On a serious note, though, I wouldn't actually mind seeing a live action Powerpuff Girls uh, show and or movie. Like, I don't know how they would do it in a manner that would make it good, but it'd be kind of cool to see it like happen just for the one time. But it more than likely will not be good. You know how it is around here. Hollywood don't make content to be good. Seeing three little girls beat out of a monkey. No, literally, bro. There definitely have been times where the girls will just pull up and just start mixing him, bro. See, the funny thing is, Mojo Jojo, he ain't even that evil for real. That's what makes it funny. Like, he's not even that evil for. When I found that there was one episode where this man Mojo Jojo, he actually successfully took over the world, right? Or at least Townsville. He took over Townsville, and he his entire reasoning for wanting to take over Townsville was so that he could make it more peaceful. So he succeeds in making Townsville more peaceful. Like, it's so peaceful, in fact, that there is little to no crime whatsoever. You want to know what happened? Mojo Jojo got so sick of it being peaceful and quiet, something he intended to begin with. He got so sick of it that he realized, no, this is too boring. I need chaos. And so he ensues on making chaos again. So I thought that was pretty funny. It's the same energy as someone starting early on their assignment and they can't get anything done, so they just wait last minute to get it done because that's the only time they can focus. It's like you get to a point where you think you'll be better off, and then you're like, nope, never mind. I don't want this. Bro was just neglected and had abandonment issues. That did happen, yeah. He man. Now him is a villain. Get away from him. You understand me? Him, if you see him, you have to run. You cannot speak to him. You shouldn't even see him. And you most definitely shouldn't be near him. Run away as fast as you can. He'll catch you anyway. Like it won't really help, but you need to at least have in your conscience that you fought by running away. Like you need to know that you attempted to escape. That's the only form of solace I can provide you. But yeah, if you see him, run. Him was your favorite character. Goodness gracious. Hoping all the proportions for this sword are at least relatively close to their original. I know that it'll be off by a smidge because I'm trying to draw it freehand. The smart artist would just cheat and grab the photo of the sword, paste it into the drawing, distort it to fit the perspective, and then draw over it. that would be the that would be the industry way of doing it. I heard in the industry of making art, that's more accepted, especially if you're doing concept art and you're kit bashing. They prefer you do that because it saves more time, which is why it makes sense for companies wanting to switch over to the generative form of it. That's another fun thing about using this vector for the guidelines. At any given point, I can grab this line and just move it out of the way. So when it's time for cleanup, it's going to be much easier than if I were to do this on a raster layer. that's the top part of that. Top part of the hilt. Is it called the hilt? I need to get freshen up on my sword anatomy. Hold on. Yeah, so that's the hilt. I'm working on the hilt right now. So it looks like the next part is kind of where the shoulder is located. Um, right about here-ish. Man, I wish this was a higher res. But I do have this here. This should be good enough of a ref. Gotta get better on my weapon anatomy. Yeah. Like you said before, there's a term for everything, so weapons have multiple terms for specific parts of it. Like I didn't know there was that many names for the parts of a sword, right? Like I'm looking at this image right now. This looks like a great sword, I think. Um, you got pommel, uh, grip. The hilt is the pommel and grip. Then you got the rain guard, and then you got the ricasso. I don't know what that is, but it looks like a recess into the sword. Cross guard. Oh, so the rain guard is. I'm assuming the rain guard is to prevent the metal from rusting at the base of the cross guard. The fuller is like that middle part of the sword. And you got the edge of the sword. You got the central ridge, which is like the intersection of both edges. You got the point, and then you got the strong and the weak, and then that whole thing is called the blade. And then you got the scabbard, which is the locket like. You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? There's like this sword has a classroom of names, bro. Anyway, that's obviously a more complex sword design, but I'm sure there's simpler ones where there's not that many things going on. Where were we? Right, the sword. Right. Don't forget the tang, which is part of the hilt. Man, if I explain the sword and its anatomy, it makes my sword stronger. Yeah, you got to talk about the sword so that, like, when the time comes, it utilizes its full power. If you don't gas up your sword, it's not going to work for you. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to deliver. It's not going to compete. Um, we'll go about this far. Is that long enough? Push it down a little bit. Looks like this curves a little bit like that. Hmm. Okay, so I got the hilt taken care of. We are up. Now we got to worry about the sheath. It's super complex. I don't even like looking at it right now. I'm a, maybe I should take like a 5 minute break. Maybe I should do a pull up or something. Hmm. I've done my singular pull up. Back this eye, maybe. I'm searching for a solid reference photo. Sometimes half the battle of finding reference photos is knowing what word to type. Oh, hmm, can't find it. You might have a rare case of winging it with educated guesses as to what I'm illustrating, but if I don't find a solid reference photo, I'm gonna have to start taking my liberties. Start playing an episode of Ninja Storm. Maybe I'll get a good reference. What was the last episode I watched? I think it was episode 4 or 5. Oh, you taper at the end. Okay. 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 See what I'm saying? Like such a small reference to what the shape of it is. But if I combine that and I look at this, I have a little bit more information as to what I'm looking at. Um, Open sword again. See what I get. Oh wait, this is it. What in the world? How did I not see this? This is exactly what I need. What in the world? I had it already. Well, go ahead and drag this. Oh, that's probably why. It's in WebP format. No wonder I didn't see it earlier. Tragic, really. Freaking WebP makes me sick to my stomach. Like I know it's better optimized for web pages. Like I know that's why they use them that WebP format. But man, you want to download any of them images? You want to use any of them images? Good luck. I was happy to find out that Affinity Designer reads WebP very easily. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna use this if I need to convert any WebP files. Now that I have better information about how the sword looks, I can make adjustments. So that's fun. I might go back and actually fix up some Red Ranger sword stuff if need be. But I think we'll be fine. Is it have that design in the back? Doesn't look like it, no. That's where it ends. Oh yeah, I've gotten so much more information now. Um, Yeah, they definitely use their sword sheath as a gun. So I see a barrel on the end of it. Oh boy. Let me turn off this layer. There we go. Make it a little easier to see. Okay, so there we go.
Dad said that you and him found this under the couch.
That is correct.
I thought it was in the room.
Nope.
The last time I had it was here. How could it possibly have teleported downstairs?
Maybe you used it and didn't realize it.
Yeah.
One of the earbuds that my sister used to use a long time ago fell into the chair, or couch rather, but it fell in such a way that it slipped through the couch like cushions and into like the inner workings of the couch. So you really couldn't reach it unless if you flipped the couch upside down and you opened up the bottom of it. Like you cut open the bottom uh, surface of the couch to get to it. Like that's how far down it fell. And we found it in there. We like, and I remember for a long time we were looking for it, and then lo and behold, it was right there. I hate when that happens. Yeah, it's not fun. It's you gotta use extra effort to get to it now. It's just like, oh man. I found an old Twix bar in there, like it had never been opened, but because I don't know how long it's been there, I just threw it away because I did not want to play games. I was just thinking to myself, man, it's crazy to think that nowadays you won't find loose change in the couch simply because people use cards now. Yeah, it's a new form of payment that doesn't require you to hold on to your currency by physical means, save for the card. I have mixed feelings about it, because on one hand, it's like, okay, I don't have to lug around cash anymore. On the other hand, I don't have any cash on me. Like, if there comes a situation where, I need to pay for something, but the card reader don't work or system's down, something, it's like, man, I do not have access to my money. All of my money I do not have access to at this very moment. Then again, if you had money on you, that's all the money you had, and then someone took it from you, that's it. There's no getting it back. There's no being able to reimburse somebody for it. Like no, it's not nothing. So I guess it's pros and cons, right? Pros and cons. The trick is to have both. The trick is to have both forms of money, both physical and card. In fact, you could have stocks. That's another way of making money. Making some heat in here. I'm trying to. The stove is on. I'm definitely trying to make some heat. Will it be heat? More news at 10. But that is the goal here. That is the goal here. Right now, I'm working on the sword for this character. Is that Ninja Storm? That is Ninja Storm. You are correct. I'm doing the thing, guys. I'm actually doing the thing. I'm actually drawing the sword. This super complex sword design. Um, well, this isn't really the sword that I'm drawing. This is the sheath for it, which doubles as a gun. It's a gun? Question mark? Yeah. So it has a lot of complex elements going for it. I'm trying to be as close as I can to it, uh, in terms of accuracy, while not getting too lost in the sauce. Not losing the energy of the illustration. You know what? Something I haven't done in a while. Control S. Let's go ahead and do that before something ignorant go down. Oh, it finished saving. I was thinking. I forget that when I'm in the line art phase, saving the file doesn't take as long. It's when I enter the shading phase that's when it gets very chaotic with the loading times for saving. Always Control S. Correct. You are correct. Rid of some of these guidelines now that we have the sword for the most part illustrated. We get some of these extra elements drawn down. And here we go here. Oh, so there is space between them. Interesting. This kind of reminds you of the assault rifle in Halo. You know, I can't see you Discord right now. Is that Livy? Hello there. I've been chilling. I'm live streaming. Mm, the good old grind. What we got going on here? Therapist. Ah. How do you feel about it? I said, how do you feel about it? Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You gonna give me these bubbles? Right. You want to spark on them? That's funny. Yeah, understandable. I'm I had the urge to draw the Power Rangers, specifically Power Rangers Ninja Storm. Um, that was like my first, aside from Mighty Morphin, that was my first Power Rangers show I was watching. So, so I was like, you know what? Might as well for the one time do an illustration for that season. It's crossed my mind quite a bit. Like, there's some pieces where I'm like, it'd be cool if I had a different interpretation or like a revisitation of this idea or this concept. Like, speaking of Power Rangers, there was this one concept I had way back in 2020 where it was it was the Power Rangers, but Tony Stark made their suits, so they were like Iron Power Rangers, Iron Man Power Rangers. So yeah, people liked it. Now like I can see the little shortcomings and stuff that I could have done better. So it's like maybe one day I revisit that idea. Maybe not do the same drawing, but use that same concept and just have a different illustration or something else with it. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, they said, "Congrats, the work starts now." Hmm. Yeah, you know, you can't really do much about it except recover. So yeah. Yeah. Oh man. Hmm. Bro, that reminds me of what year was it? It was like sometime in high school. I had caught this real bad cold. I don't even think it was a cold at that point. Like the way it hit, it was rough, bro. It was in my chest. Like the um I could feel the congestion in my lungs because when I yeah, like when I would inhale, I could hear the bubbling of like the congestion. Yeah, and I'm like, "Oh my lord." It was such a terrifying experience. It's like, am I dying? What's happening here? Oh man. Oh boy. Kicking the body into high gear. This your body's pleading with you, please. Mhm. Oh man. Hmm. We gotta go. We gotta go. This ain't a joke no more. Just no. Mm. Oh my. Oh snap. He's like, all right, we gotta call it a quits. Mm. Mm. Right. You're better off without it. Type beat. Hmm. All the stuff in the air is kind of get got washed down. Mm. Yeah, it happened over here too. Yeah, like it was like low 50s, like low 50s, and then it just spiked to 80. I said, "Bro, what what's going on? What I didn't know I didn't know we was skipping spring this year. My fault." But here we are. Mhm. Yeah, it. I know for a fact we didn't get winter. It just didn't exist. I don't know where it went. AFK, I guess. I'm in North Carolina. Mhm. Yeah, nah. Oh my goodness. Mm-hmm. 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 Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh no. Mhm. No way. That is gnarly. Sends another elevator. That is funny. Real. It's pretty funny. You gotta pay for an app. Uh, hmm. Yeah, I guess I don't know. It probably has to do with the economy, but and just overall like, rise of prices for everything. Hmm. Hmm. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, I've never been to Disney World or Land. It always seemed a little expensive. Hmm. 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 Interesting. I'll keep that in mind. Hmm.
You left my phone case? What? Hey, you not like it?
Nice. You never seen that meme of the former President Obama doing this as a sign of approval?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think I'll do the line art for the rocks, and then I'll call it for the day. I don't want to lose my mind drawing this because it's a big boy. It's one of those drawings that I spend like weeks on because there's so many characters on it. Yeah. Cross 99. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Hmm. Yeah, that. Oh, so that it can still keep running. Hmm. What am I drawing? I'm drawing Power Rangers Ninja Storm. Well, specifically, I'm drawing the rocks of this illustration that features the Power Rangers from Ninja Storm, but that is the overall concept I'm doing here. Hmm?
Got me messed up.
Well,
Mother can remember yours is Slimmer, but she can't remember mine. She can remember yours word for word, every moment, every event, every piece.
what do you mean?
But she can't remember a single thing from mine.
From what? My birthday, or what do you mean?
Birth in general.
Oh, that's probably because I'm the first kid.
But I'm the last and the freshest.
Yeah, but I'm the most significant because it's like you know how like you get your first I don't know, your first like dunk or your first like win in something. Like you remember the first time you won in Fortnite?
Yeah.
Exactly, because it was
But
your
it
first
was
victory.
recent.
But it was your first one, wasn't it?
Recent.
I'm sure years from now when someone asks, "How did you win your first Fortnite game?" You're probably gonna remember it.
Not like exactly what happened.
Sure, but you'll remember it more significantly than the other victories.
But
What brush do you use for the line work? Textured pen. That's the brush I'm using. I believe it's a default brush in Clip Studio Paint. I could be wrong, but I do think it is a default brush. I like it. I like how it looks.
I'm 2012. That was 11 years ago. You were about 27 years ago.
But I'm the first kid.
I get you're the first kid, and I kind of get it. But it's fresher and newer.
But I'm the first kid.
That doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't. She doesn't even know the time I was born. But she knows your time.
Because I'm the first kid.
I'm stating fact.
You gotta understand, like that's such a jarring experience to have as a human being. So the first time it happens to you, you're gonna remember a lot more of it because it's such a like you've never had anything like that happen yet. But if you're the second or third time, it's like, oh yeah, I've been through this before. It's not too bad. I lived, right? So you,
Let me get something straight.
mm,
You bought a new car. It's a brand new car.
mm.
You're not gonna remember how you bought it,
If it's your first car, you're gonna remember how you got it.
but it's a brand new car. You're not
Well,
gonna remember.
you might not have as much of a significance to it after a couple of years because it's just another car to you. You might not remember it as well, even if it was earlier. Like if your first car was 30 years ago and then you bought a new car 10 years ago, you probably don't really care about much about how you got that new car 10 years ago compared to your very first car 30 years ago because it's more significant to you. Like the memory is stronger because it was the first time that happened before.
But I don't remember my first time on a plane. I actually don't.
Then it probably wasn't significant to you. Not everything you do for the first time is significant. Like, I don't know, the first time you fall, you're not gonna care about that.
I'm pretty sure
You
the
can't even remember it.
I'm pretty sure the first time I fell was when I was trying to walk.
Yeah,
Crawl.
you don't want to remember that. Like, come on now.
Yes, I do.
You don't want to remember when you fell and everybody laughed at you. Well, you might remember some people laughed at you. You might remember that, but
You're giving me PTSD.
see, um, but yeah, it depends sometimes on what you're talking about. But yeah, let's see what this looks like without the sketch. Okay.
What is that?
Yeah, I'm on Twitch,
Instagram,
Instagram, and
YouTube.
YouTube.
I knew it.
Since Twitch lifted that exclusivity curse,
What?
I've been free.
What exclusive? I don't even know how to say that. What curse?
For a while, if you were an affiliate or partner on Twitch, you were not able to stream elsewhere at the same time. Um, you could upload your VOD to other platforms afterwards if you were an affiliate, but that was it. And that wasn't good because if I uploaded a raw VOD on YouTube, nobody watching that, bro. So uh, it was better for me to stream on YouTube, but then as a result, I couldn't stream on Twitch. People did it anyway. People still multi-streamed on Twitch and YouTube, regardless of that rule, because they realized they weren't really enforcing it. But now it's 100% legal. Like it's perfectly fine now
It was illegal?
within the realm of
Oh,
Twitch.
I was about to say. They were, I said, they're going to jail. They're going to jail. Guess what?
Hmm.
Guess what? Guess what? Guess what?
Yeah, might as well find something fun to do. Something that may or may not give you money. Who knows?
What? Guess what?
What?
I'm upset at my school.
What they do?
Because you know how I was supposed to go to Washington, D.C.?
Mm.
We're going to the zoo instead.
I mean, have you ever been to that zoo?
No.
So I guess there's the bright side. You get to go
No,
to a
there
zoo.
isn't.
It's a zoo. I mean, zoos are morally gray areas, but at least you get to see your animals.
I've been to a bar and that's it. Okay? And I saw cows and I was absolutely terrified for my life. So what makes you think I'm going to be perfectly fine seeing a lion or a gigantic elephant or a gigantic giraffe when we're not inside a building?
Listen, as terrifying as giraffes are in terms of stature, they actually look pretty cool. That being that big, like you look up to them and you're like, "Whoa, that's a moving thing." Pretty cool to look at. Not gonna lie. Elephants are cool too, but you won't get close enough that it'll be a problem. You're gonna see them in the distance. Lions, you're probably not gonna see them lions. Lions be sleeping half the time. Maybe you sleep. You're probably not going to see them.
But guess how far away it is.
Oh, I know. It's like over an hour, maybe two. I forget. Yeah, I've been there before.
I didn't say that. I said Ackler. Acklerish.
Anchorage. But what you would call it? Yeah, you'd be fine. There was one zoo I went to, in a different country. It was in Prague, Czech Republic. They had this cool cave little section, and the bats were flying through your like past you, like I was like, oh shoot, am I Batman? It was insane. It was weird, it's gnarly.
You know what I would have done?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I would have done?
Mm-hmm.
I would go like this.
Don't go to the Bronx. Oh, so you also been to the Bronx Zoo, Arcus? For your own sake.
I don't say much trying to get. But you know what really has me upset though?
Mm.
Washington, D.C. Washington. D.C. D.C.
Yes. It is a bit of a bummer that you guys don't get to go there.
It was about to be an overnight trip. We was about to have a charter bus. We was about to go to the you know the tower where Martin Luther King had that marked in his "I Have a Dream" speech.
The Lincoln Memorial.
Mm-hmm. Something or something.
What?
It had something with 9/11. It had something with 9/11.
What we should? Yeah, have blood.
But you know what I mean, right?
You know what? How about this? If I just so happen to apply to a convention over there in the DMV, you know what I'm saying, and they accept me, maybe you can ask mom and pa, you know what I'm saying, they can all commute with me to Washington. I get some bread, y'all get to see some sights. Everybody's happy. How about that? You know what I'm saying?
Then if I go,
The Air and Space Museum, you say?
I don't know.
That sounds cool.
But we were about to do a lot of things. And I think we were about to be in a hotel.
Y'all were gonna be in those hotels bunched up, bro. 5 kids to a room, I promise you.
Because there's like 20 something of us.
Yeah, bro.
23, 24, 24 students of us. So, the video.
Alright, man.
So there would be like about like 4 rooms.
X-Men.
About like 3-4 rooms. They would probably do 6 a room actually.
6 a room.
So they can save us some money.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't you do
Okay,
that?
why does this game look good?
That look like a game on a PS2.
This looks like a modern day like mobile or a modern day
No, it doesn't.
what you mean?
That is not modern day.
It's not, but like
You know, like I know what you mean, but like not modern day looking on mobile.
sure it is. Like a stylized mobile game where they wanted to go for line art heavy style. I can see this coming out today.
You know what it looks like? A PS2.
It is a PS2 game.
I knew it.
Sentinel!
I know you heard that.
Heard what?
Oh, I guess you did. Okay.
Question of the year.
Question of the year. What the hell?
Nothing.
But Z's.
Hmm?
Can a vanity stay here?
Can a what?
Vanity.
A what?
Vanity.
What is that?
Oh, you don't. Oh, yeah, I forgot. You're what?
Are you still yapping and not drawing? Listen, KSP, you're gonna have to come correct if you want to watch this stream.
Okay. Z's. Scroll through.
Oh, that. No.
What about this one? This one.
You see the lines moving?
What about?
I mean, no form can fit in here. No version of a vanity can fit in this room.
Okay, let's see here. What about a little bit smaller bed? PC's gone. That is gone. That is gone. That is gone. And it's just a closet.
Maybe if you put the vanity here.
Yeah.
But
Anywhere.
that's assuming everything else is gone.
So everything else has to be gone. I mean everything. Bed right there. Closet over there. Yeah, a vanity can fit. LED lights over here. This is how I would transform the room if you moved out. Okay. I'm just saying. Maybe we would need a new bed by now, right? think we need a new bed.
Is it broke?
It feels old.
But is it broke?
Mom and Dad got a new bed.
Is it broke?
Probably.
Is it?
Probably. Hey, it's already attacking you when you try to fix it. Right here. Isn't it?
That's a minor inconvenience because I can avoid it.
Yeah, it's too low.
I don't like how many lines are going on here. I'm
It's
gonna take
low
some of
for
them
me.
out.
I'm about to do my addition stuff.
Hmm?
That's me.
In what?
Math.
Hmm. 72 divided by 24.
That was quick. Thank you.
72 divided by 24.
Okay. That's about.
There is no about.
No, I'm putting it in my head. I'm putting the long division in my head. 28.
Hmm?
Is this 60?
Hmm?
Okay. No, I'm not saying that's the answer. My multiplication factor is 24. 48, 60, 72, 3.
Yes.
Multiplication is really more my thing. I just hate standard algorithm. Okay? Like if standard algorithm was a person, I would beat them up.
Hmm.
Because why are you making stuff so difficult?
Words of a 10-year-old. 11.
11
Sorry.
and a half.
10-year-old just sounds better.
No, it doesn't.
It's divisible by 10. Yeah.
11 and a half.
Man, we ain't saying all that.
Okay, soon to be 12-year-old.
We ain't saying all that either.
12.
It just don't hit. It just don't hit.
Well, someday you're not going to be able to say that.
Yeah, it's today.
Someday you're going to
You
be
can make the slogan.
teenager. That sounds good. Okay?
I think I'm gonna just call you Little Sister
Why did that accent?
because it's funny.
You know what it gives? You know what it gives? Like, I know Dracula.
Dracula.
Dracula. With a more Italian accent.
Italian.
Yeah. Italian Dracula.
Why do I feel like that's not how an Italian sounds like?
I don't know. I think an Italian sounds like Mario.
Their heads are just moving on the heads-up display. That is funny.
You want to see the pictures I took at the Science Museum?
Hmm?
You want to see the pictures I took at the Science Museum?
I mean, I was there.
But do you want to see the pictures though?
I don't know, man. Experience in real life, I feel like it's stronger. Not because you didn't take good photos, but just because the experience is strong. You know what I'm saying? Like when you see a sunset in real life, that joint hit. But when you see it in your photo, it ain't it.
Cause why does it get lighter? It's so annoying, irritating. You know what I mean? That's a football camera. What do you mean? The camera.
Even that camera doesn't capture the beauty of sunsets in real life.
No, that's why I said you should know what I'm talking about.
Did this game have a sequel?
Oh, is he? Guess what?
Hmm?
For the spell competition, I'm a news reporter.
A news reporter.
A news reporter.
How does that work?
Well, I dress up super fancy, and since the theme is Oompa Loompa for us, I gotta be like, breaking news, something about Oompa Loompas breaking something through, da 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 da.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Sounds like it could be fun.
Could be, but I do have stage fright.
Yeah, it should be fun.
Hey, what do you mean I should be fine?
You'll feel a little nervous, and you'll go through it, and then you probably won't feel it as much when you're in the moment. You'll be alright.
But it's a bigger crowd.
Mm.
Cause you know why it's a bigger crowd? It's Stomp Fest.
Stomp Fest.
Stomp Fest.
Stomp Fest.
It's elementary, middle, high.
Mm. Mm. The art style for the backdrops high key reminds me of Mortal Kombat during that same era. Like Deception and Deadly Alliance had a very similar art style to that.
Look.
Hmm?
Look. Look. Look.
Oh, that's what I'll be in Texas.
Why is everybody leaving?
Mm.
Mom said she's going to Gambia during that time.
I'm going to a wedding and a convention.
If I go with you, I can go to Texas.
But you can't go to the Stomp Fest.
What time is? What day is the convention?
Saturday and Sunday.
Hold on. When's the wedding day?
Friday.
Getting married. Texas.
Mm.
Do I know them?
Yeah.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
Relative?
No, but you know them.
You're a close friend?
Is it close? Close enough, I guess. I'm getting invited, so yeah.
College? Were you in college with them? Female or male?
Yes? Because
Oh.
I know both of them?
I was like, what?
Because I know both of them?
Discord friend?
Yeah, that's one of my Discord friends.
I think I might know who it is. I just don't know their name. Of course, I don't know their faces, but
I'll let you know after the stream is over.
you're gonna forget. And so will I.
Unfortunately. Unfortunately.
I'm so drained.
It's it's been some time. We been fasting for over almost 12 hours.
We got 2 more hours then.
Hmm.
I'm still. Tell me why. I'm not gonna use his name. What's his? C. You remember C?
Maybe
Male, bigger size,
in your class.
in fourth grade,
Uh,
in your teacher's class.
hmm. What,
Named
what
Drake.
about what about him?
He called you master.
Weird.
I know you remember that.
Oh yeah, I told him not to call me that.
Yeah. Like he was telling me about like one of his days during spring break, and he used the word wasted.
Mm.
It's like that's not the right word to use right now.
Yeah, I don't think he's using that word appropriately. And if he's using that word appropriately, then we have more problems
with his
on our
mother,
hands.
with his mother, and I was like, yeah, wasted is not the word to be using right now. Cause, and then he was like, well, what word should I use? It? I was like, well, wasted means when somebody has too much alcohol.
What was he trying to say?
I guess tired or drained.
Man, he better start using regular words like exhausted
Exactly.
or I'm beat or I'm tuckered out. I don't know, something else.
Who said that?
Hmm.
What do people say your age?
They don't say that, but he better start saying it because that word isn't gonna work.
I was like, so you drink alcohol now?
Rocks.
Oh yeah, I was about to say something, but I didn't say it, and you reminded me. That looks like what you call it, the Grand Canyon.
Grand Canyon looks far more spectacular.
Than mountains. It looked like when you're watching a movie or an ad or something, and somebody just got up a cliff and then they zoom out
Hmm.
and they zoom. I know you know what I'm talking about.
Possibly.
You know what I love being about Gambia
Hmm.
is that I can speak Wolof whenever I'm irritated.
Oh, you're using that ability.
Yeah,
Every foreigner likes to use it.
cause
They feel safe being able to say negative energy behind a language barrier. And nothing is more satisfying than breaking that language barrier and letting them know right in their face, I know exactly what you said. Like the fear in their face is so satisfying. It really feel good for real.
no, because I have Spanish speaking friends, and you know how I speak and how I do Spanish on the living, right?
Mm.
They be saying something. They be saying curse words. I know curse words in Spanish.
Mm.
Don't have anybody. Anyways,
You told us all.
I just felt like saying that, but I know curse words in Spanish, and when they be saying curse words at each other, I'm like, I know what you're saying, and I'm gonna tell the teacher.
Mm.
I'm just kidding. I didn't do that. They'll be like, hey, don't call her that because I know what it means.
Mm.
Not on my watch.
Gotta let them know. Okay, we uh we made a lot of progress today. We started this stream around 1:30. It is now 5, but I was able to get the
Nice.
Yellow Ranger lined up. I got the rocks lined up. Um, So what's left is we got to do the line art for the Green Ranger, the Red Thunder Ranger, and the Blue Thunder Ranger. Hopefully they don't take as long because they're smaller, but we'll see what happens. To anyone who was here during these
No,
3.5 hours, thank you for watching.
You started drawing when
Thank you for sticking around and seeing the process. I hope to see you all again someday. Huh?
You started drawing when I was learning about my exhibition project.
And there it is. Hours of teaching happened in this process. I might stream again tomorrow.
And then I
More
did
than
something
likely.
good.
We'll see what happens.
And then I came back and we learned more about the exhibition stuff. It was something about the United Nations. What?
All right, everyone. Take care. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye.